Hello everyone, welcome back. This is another little video all about the chakra system, and this is about the difference between 7 and 12 chakras in a way that is going to help you to really grasp it. And I have kind of made another video on this, but that was very short when I was still starting to learn about the 12 chakras, and this video is where I'm gonna go a little bit more into the actual differences and how these are important for our development as a human species and whatnot. If you are new to the channel, my name is Alvia Crescents and I am from this channel Inspiring Alien Creations, and I've been studying the chakra system for quite a while from various sources, books, videos, internet, all that, and I started to work with the chakras several years ago when I first got into spirituality. And then I got more and more in depth with it, with different systems and methods. So that's kind of where this information is coming from, mostly from my experience and some amount of my studies. So that's basically what you need to know. This channel is mostly about spirituality, astrology, tarot, all that kind of spiritual, somewhat new agey type of stuff. But I don't really belong into any one religion. I am very open-minded when it comes to different beliefs. But without further ado, let's move on to the topic of today's video. So here in this image you can see a visual representation of the two systems. In 7 chakras we have mostly chakras on the body and our crown chakra on top of our heads. And then with the 12 chakras we have an additional chakra on our body, and most of the new ones are outside the body. Now, in my previous videos I might have said something along the lines that we are shifting into the 5th dimension when we use the 12 chakra system, and that the 7 chakra system is somewhat 3D. Well, I've changed my mind about that. I think the 7 chakra system is already at least 4th dimensional, and the 12 chakra system is more so, I would say, a bridge to the upper dimensions, like the 5th and 6th dimension, to mention at the very least. And then there's of course many systems that have even more chakras than that. So there are chakras like a galactic chakra, cosmic gateway, central sun, core of the earth, those type of chakras. But we're not going to talk about those in this video, simply because I want to kind of give you an idea on what my next video is going to be about, because that is going to be the 12 chakras in a nutshell, and I also explain in that video kind of how I feel about some of the terms that I use in that video. Anyway, but with this system, it's important to know that both of these systems actually do have one chakra kind of outside the body. And it's interesting because even though the crown chakra basically is considered to be kind of outside your body, you can still kind of feel it on the top of your head and on your body as well. So yeah, it definitely isn't so black and white with this either. And the colors of the chakras may change a little bit when we go to the new chakra system, or whenever we do incorporate new chakras into our already existing system. And I'm gonna go into a little bit of my kind of requests and opinions and whatnot onto how to kind of both blend these two chakra systems together, or how to kind of move on to the new one in a way, so that we can kind of get a progress, like a smooth transition to the new one, because you don't necessarily always want to shock your whole system with a new system, system with a new system, yeah. And in the same way, you might be already like you're either, like, if you're in this video, you're either very familiar with the chakras, whether they are 7 chakras or not, or you are completely new to the chakras. You've just found out about the 7 chakras and now you're like, what the heck, 12 chakras. So that's kind of why I want to make this video. I want to make it very clear that you do work from where you are right now. And so before we get started, I wanted to mention why I consider chakra work important. This is how you get to know yourself. This is how you get to know your energy. This is how you get closer to your energy. This is how you recognize when something is yours and something is not yours. So it's a very good self-development tool, and it's a very good spiritual awareness tool in many ways. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm posting all of these videos about the chakras and the chakra systems and all that. And yeah, let's get into how to then move from one chakra system to another, and what are the differences and how should we really get to do this. First of all, for anyone who's very new to this whole thing, who's very new to chakras, please do get to know your 7 chakras first. I simply recommend this so that you kind of have a groundwork and you kind of know what you're working with, and you kind of know what each of these chakras is to you, and so that you kind of have a very basic spiritual system in place, and you kind of know your aura, you kind of know your energy, and this way you can then start to work with more spiritual stuff, and you can then start to incorporate all of the other things in your system. And how I personally like to work with, like when it comes to different colors or crystals for each chakra and whatnot, I like to use a blend of them. And I feel like that is something that can be a really, really cool way to work with both systems kind of at once, without really sacrificing the lessons and meanings of each of these systems and each of these energies, really. Now here is a little graphic that I made for my 12 chakra ebook, and I made this art all by myself, and I made it because I wanted to have something that would kind of represent each of the energies in this new dimension in a way, and new energetic frequencies that come through these chakras, because this is kind of an evolution in a way where the chakras become into different dimensions and frequencies. And I was first drawn to this system because it has been said to be a part of the Atlantis civilization, and I do personally believe that I have past lives from Atlantis and Lemuria as well. So if you're a starseed and you have been working with your 7 chakras, I would definitely recommend you to start incorporating them. And I definitely wanted to kind of keep in mind where we're already kind of coming from with the kind of the old system, and then kind of blend it together with this new system. Yeah, that's basically my kind of best advice, is to start with the 7 chakras, no matter like what your background is, but especially if you are new to chakras, if you don't know anything about them, I would just suggest you to start with the 7 chakras and then kind of start to add the new chakras into the game. And also, something that's very useful is to work from the bottom up. That is my best piece of advice for this, because if you start working with the upper chakras, you might just end up like floating in those frequencies and not really be the best grounded in life, and that can really cause a lot of confusion and unnecessary stress for you. So being high frequency doesn't mean that you're always up there and that you're always talking to your spiritual support team or always downloading something from the Akashic records and stuff. Like, your body and your mind can have a break whenever they need. And sometimes information overload can be a little bit too much for each of us, no matter what spiritual stage we are in. But yes, definitely work from bottom up. So whatever chakra system you start out with, start from the bottom chakras and work your way up. And remember to keep them all balanced as often as possible, as much as possible. And then when you start adding up, start from the Earth Star chakra, then work with the chakras within your body. So then we have the split of the sacral chakra that's going to become sacral and navel chakra. So you're going to have those two. And if you want to, you can also take an additional chakra, which is the higher heart chakra. I would recommend this simply because, like, even though I haven't mentioned this in any of my chakra content, I would recommend you to take on this chakra as well, simply because it's one of those that can also really help you to tap into your higher self. So maybe I'm gonna make a whole another video on that chakra as well. Then start adding up. So you have the crown chakra already, so keep that one open. This is something that's not gonna necessarily be blocked or like closed up. It's just that it's something that's gonna require you to be developing it and growing it and kind of keeping it clear and open. When you have your crown chakra, you can also start to work on your causal chakra. This is behind your head. This is one of the so-called new chakras. This helps you to communicate with your spirit guides and various different spirits and like ETs, fairies, whatever. I gotta say, I used to be afraid of this, and I do have another video kind of coming up about this whole thing because I had experiences with different types of mental illnesses. So I'm gonna talk about this a little bit so that you can kind of feel safe and secure with this and speak to your spirit guides at ease. And this is also why being very rooted down and having a strong root chakra, strong earth star chakra is also so very important, and all of the other chakras. Why a good base system, like a good 7 chakra system, fully rooted and aligned is important. So that's a whole other topic, but you can start by doing that, like crown chakra, third eye, causal chakra. Then you start working up again. So soul star chakra, this is where you can access your Akashic records. And this can be very enlightening. You can find out your past lives through this chakra as well. That's something to be aware of with this one. And again, with past lives, this can bring up some traumas, this can bring up some heavy stuff, heavy karma. Like, I think it's good to be aware so that you can then work with that karma. I gotta say, I'm still quite new to the whole thing about karma and karmic stuff and whatnot, simply because I've been more focused on being present and here, and I'm still discovering many new things about my past lives right now. So that's a whole another topic I need to get into properly. That's basically what you can find out through your soul star, as well as access your Akashic records, the world's Akashic record. Like, unless you're not meant to see it, then you're not seeing it. That's kind of how the Akashic records work. Like, if you're not meant to see something, you're not gonna see it. And that's why you're gonna need to have like if you're reading someone else's Akashic records, you're gonna need to have their permission. So, and then there's the stellar gateway chakra. This is the last extra chakra. This kind of connects you to the universe as a whole. So this is your kind of last chakra when it comes to this system to activate. And then when you activate this, you're kind of feeling whole, all at one with the universe. And yeah, as I said, there's another whole other video coming about this. And this then kind of allows the whole energy to pour through you from the source and the true alignment and a whole like vibrant being to emerge from you in a way. So keep that in mind. You might be feeling very different when you start to implement these chakras into your practice, into your life, all that. And that's why I also made these graphics, because there's only so simple graphics about these chakras out there, and I wanted to make something that was cooler. Not gonna lie. That was my whole purpose. I just wanted them to look really cool and really nice and different. So that's why they look the way they look, and yeah. Anyway, if you have any questions about how to then start working with the chakras and all that, I mean, I know I mentioned this already, but I have the video coming next week in this kind of same time slot as this video, so you can get a deeper understanding on how to start working with the chakras and all that. And then I also have an ebook. Now, I have offered this for my newsletter for free, so if you wanna take advantage of that, just sign up to my newsletter and you'll be able to access this for a limited time. I'm only gonna do this for April, so just make sure you really take that chance on that, and make sure you access it right there. And yeah, if you're watching this after April, then it is on my online shop for you. I have lowered the price permanently now so that it's easier to access. And yeah, that's all there really is. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me here. And I appreciate you. If you want to make sure that you will get all of the necessary information about the chakras, subscribe and click on that notification bell so that you won't be missing out on any of the new videos that I post. And if this was insightful, leave me a comment and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and I will see you very soon. Bye!